Okay, we are live. Nobody's here yet, of course. But Dan, you want to intro everybody to this?
Oh yeah, because it's anyone
YouTube and Facebook.
So anyone coming back has a chance to know what we're doing here. This is all playback, right?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to THP Clubs. I do this every time. I'm so stuck, man. Oh, that's too bad. Welcome. It's good to have you. Welcome to THP Tech Studio. I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied today with that, but we've been shooting video already today. Having a good time. Keep an eye out for that. It's coming up soon. My name's Dan Edwards. You may know me on social as Canadan. With me tonight is my good buddy, Jay Dax.
Is anybody watching yet?
There's 15 viewers already.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm here.
we're competing tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of like last night.
It didn't go well.
Scott, we are 9 minutes early. Just so you guys know, this is kind of just a trial run to have some fun. The real action will happen at 6 o'clock, but we wanted to kind of give you guys the lay of the land. We have a big video coming up in the next few days with you giving them a complete tour.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's all kinds of stuff in this studio that you definitely want to see, you want to know about. Already, lots of action here, lots of hitting. No dents on the ceiling yet. We have a plan for that if anyone does come and make that mistake.
You can share that.
If you do damage the THP HQ, and that's not here, okay? That's not here. Well, it might be here. We haven't decided yet. But if you get up there and you ding it, you will be remembered. That's all I'm saying.
It will be tagged.
It will be tagged. You will be
It's
remembered.
only up there. No curtains.
They
we'll see
Tyler
how you hit
Bruton
tonight,
would like to
buddy.
know what kind of grip you're holding.
It's a Golf Pride. MCC +4 Alon.
There you go, Tyler. Tell Dan Team Hackers is in great hands.
I think
From
so too.
Mike Thomas.
I think so too.
So while we're not going to show you everything that's here, they've seen like a nice preview of the different things with the B-roll thing we put out, the sneak peek.
Mhm.
Can you kind of tell them you got here yesterday and kind of took a look around for the first time, other than having it being different than everything most people imagine? What would you tell people about this place?
Oh, wow. I mean, first of all, anyone who watches this, don't get any ideas because you'll either get divorced or it's kind of a mecca for those who want to come and experience golf. It's not about being a fitting studio. It's not about trying to come out here and play as much golf as you can in a simulator. It's nothing like that. This is about getting the product in-house, getting reps with it, so we can really truly bring any sort of comparisons or numbers or anything like that you folks are looking for. We can bring that straight to you. And it's one of those things that doesn't take a long time. Typically, THP does have product in hand. So if you're really interested in something, who knows? This could come from Instagram, could come from socials. It could come from YouTube, questions that might be asked from the forum. You pop up and ask us a question that's curious enough. Who knows? In a week, you might see a video on it, which is really cool and exciting.
And the other thing is that we've talked about is, we'll get to this later, but when it comes to combinations, and we have something really cool coming on golf balls that you can kind of preview,
Yeah.
but when it comes to combinations, golf balls are different. And as I said, we're going to explain that to everybody as Dan's getting blinded from a projector in his eyes.
What's worse?
Um,
How's this look? Because I
but-
can't see.
when somebody says, I play a Chrome Soft or a Chrome Soft X or a Pro V1 or a Bridgestone RX, whatever it is, and they want to know what you're seeing, they have a similar swing speed, whatever it is, or you, anybody, we can put all of those together, whether it's shafts, balls, clubs. This is not about a playtime. This is about something to give you guys real information, not what we think is information.
And let me do this from a personal perspective, because while I do have a lot of experience in this
Before he
industry,
goes on, the star of the show so far has been this guy over the last
30 minutes,
day.
just go for it, please.
The
Please?
Theragun has
Please?
been the absolute star.
Or-
We've all been using it. In fact, Dax picked it up the first time. As soon as he got in here, that's the first thing he reached for.
My wife, Laura, if you're watching, stay tuned for Christmas. Good luck. So the story I did want to tell is we went to Bridgestone last year. There's a lot of good video on that. And I got fit for golf balls. And some of you might have experienced videos that I've been a part of. I put a pretty good move speed-wise on the golf ball. And I went down there and kind of shocked the world by getting fit into RX. And it was sort of baffling for a lot of people. I've been playing this ball exclusively all year, and I'm seeing numbers I'm not familiar with, like just bombing the ball by comparison. And what I really, really wanted to do was, and this is such a golfer type thing, is I wanted to see why. So yesterday we came in, I took 2 balls. I won't tell you the competitor, doesn't really matter. The idea was, why is this ball working out so well? And we saw a spin difference of what, 13 to
1,500 RPMs between 2 balls that are both very popular balls. And what I think you were hitting 7 irons?
7 irons.
So when you think of things of fast versus slow, one of the things we wanted to talk about is none of that matters to distance without everything else falling into place.
Right.
So we're going to take you guys kind of on a journey of one ball may show ball speed while the other shows spin, while the other shows launch, and kind of explain what's happening rather than telling you that you should do this or that.
So this is the kind of video I'm hoping that comes out of the studio. It's one of those things that's, it was born on just a potential what's available. I said, I'm curious, so I hit 2 balls. I'm like, wait a minute. Was that a misread? Was that something weird? So we continued on, and it wasn't. It was straight down, full-on experience. So I think we get a chance to take you on a journey, like Josh said, in a journey of my experience and the what and the why, because I didn't have an answer. Now I finally do. And that's just empowering me as a golfer. And hopefully when you guys see the video, you'll feel like you need to do the same, because you get answers that you might not already have. So
before we're going to kick something off,
5-8.
In a couple minutes here to start, but for those that stay tuned, we're going to have a whole lot of fun during this. But we did a thing last week on mystery bags, and it crashed our website, which is not fun. But
so you saved the last one for me because I totally missed it.
So no, you get nothing and like it.
Here we go.
But there turned out there was a bag. Somebody was able to purchase 2. The store wasn't set up for that, and they somehow got it through. No big deal. It happens. So we have 1 bag. And the way this is going to work is, for those that are watching the tech studio,
that right there, 160 yards away.
Yep.
As you can see,
we have 2 competitors here. We have
2.5.
No.
And
we're going to basically play a game, and we're not asking for entries yet, where they're going to play a little closest to the pin on the range. And we're gonna make them tighten up a little bit first, and then we're spotting JDAX 15 feet. So he gets 15 feet.
I thought we agreed like 5.
We agreed to 15.
Huh.
And the way this is going to work is, you guys are going to choose who you think is going to win, Canadan or JDAX. Not now. Again, wait till we say it, because I got to be able to go through and put these names and pick randomly. You're going to pick who you think is going to win. JDAX plus 15 feet, or minus 15 feet in this case, or Dan.
So we didn't actually talk. How many tries do we get?
1.
1 try.
Yeah.
So
if you guys both miss
marbles.
If you guys both miss the green, obviously it'll be a redo.
Okay.
And we're going to have some fun. And the person that wins, you're going to pick the right person, and we'll randomly pick somebody there. And the person that wins, they're going to get this mystery bag. And this mystery bag was stuffed by you.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's in it.
I don't know what's in it. It feels good.
And it could also have a certificate with a set of irons, new shaft. Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, let me get in there. I'm going to put my vote in.
Is it for JDAX?
No.
So we're going to do that in a couple seconds, but we wanted to kind of talk to you guys about, what do you want to see out of this? What do you want? The one thing that's kind of off limits tonight is, while we have all the new Mizuno gear, we can't hit that yet. There's an embargo date on data and stuff like that. I can tell you that we've been enjoying it today. Dan might have an affinity for the Hot Metal Pros.
Oh, first swing. First swing. Am I in frame?
Yeah.
Can they see me?
Yeah.
Just to give you guys an idea. I mean, the video will show you. This here.
That was perfectly placed.
Which no one wants to do anything about carrying on a golf course. This is just a small sample of what we have at our disposal here. So if there's something you guys want to hit that you're interested in, make sure you talk about it. Give us an idea. And I'll perfectly return that to place. There you go.
We'll see about that.
Unmoved.
We talk about it in the video, but can you kind of talk about what the putting green is and how cool it is?
Yes. And
it's by Trueline, for those wondering. They make all kinds of different sizes. This is a custom size they made for us. But
do you want to talk about a certain putter while I do that?
Sure. Why don't you
Because we
pick
could.
up the Mizuno putter at the end?
That one, I wanted to talk about it.
What putter?
SP, man.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
Guess we're using a Mizuno. All right. So,
Oh, you know what? No, let's fix that. This putter came out today.
That's a regular account.
here we go.
Throw the plastic off.
We have a Huntington Beach.
The Soft Premier.
Premier.
This one came out today. Molten on our website. Gary has a great article on the homepage about it. And you can kind of walk them through what's going on with this putting green.
Yeah. So can they see the actual?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is a two-speed back and forth. I believe one is something like 10.5.
10.5 one
and
way.
the other one's back's like 8 something.
8.5.
So
You can order it at this. They have multiple speeds you can order it at.
So
But-
obviously you can putt one way.
That moves pretty fast.
That rolls pretty good. And you putt back the next way. I like to call this direction winter golf. Okay. So here we go. A little bit slower. You can actually hear it interacting with the ground a little bit, so you can tell not really sliding with the ball, but working against it. So that's pretty cool. And you could sit here and just do this for, I would assume, hours until someone came and, kicked you out or something like that. But that's sweet. That's awesome.
We've put a lot of work into this putting green already, as far as putting, testing speeds, testing sounds, because when you're inside, you can really get an element of sound that you don't necessarily get outside. Are you guys ready to do this?
I'm always ready. Always.
I mean, this is ready to
We lost Dan.
I'm digging. Oh, I got it. We got to talk about this putter, Josh. I'm in.
Make sure it's the right one.
How do we call this back room here? The Mecca storage facility?
Something like that.
All right. So there's an unbelievable review on the homepage. If you're not familiar, Sax Parente.
Parente.
Okay. So this putter, Josh pulled it out today
So I should say
and had me
they
roll a
were
little bit.
kind enough to get that back to me
So-
after the review.
Let's just be clear. JB is infatuated with this putter. To
I
the point
am.
where he pursued it back. Now, I thought presentably it is a beautiful putter to look at. I like the two-tone top. Really different take, a little bit of a wider profile in the basic shape that you see. But that's not what really took off for me when he handed it to me. What I love about it, they have this really interesting shaft, which I can't lean on. Wait, can I?
No, it will snap.
So what's cool about this, for those who might have trouble with the way they set up the putter, they may be directing with the top hand a little bit too much. This kind of just sets itself up. So it doesn't quite balance, but it's close. So you're not really working against the shaft and the weight. So it pretty much just sets up clean and you could just roll a basic putt with it. Really cool concept.
And
it
that
feels
impact
awesome.
sound.
And it feels awesome.
To answer Mike Thomas, no, he's not hitting a wedge.
No,
They're hitting to 160 yards on the nose. Dax, what club will be in your selection?
I have an Apex 19
7-iron with a US Team Amiya recoil Proto 95. Dan, what will you be hitting?
It's between the 9 and the pitching wedge. Mizuno MP18 SC.
Old Tech.
You guys tell me, do you want 9-iron or pitching wedge? And the answer is 9-iron.
So really don't tell him.
Oh, it's not even in here. The 9-iron's already out. It's good to go.
Okay, so we're going to get ready here. The guys have one swing. Dan being, we'll call him returning champion, will go first.
Oh, I got to go first?
Yes.
I set it up.
So
Dax is
here
on
we
the
go.
screen. Dax is on the
I'm on
screen.
the screen, but I think you should get first.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
here we go. Right now, tell us who is going to win, Canada or Dax. If you're just joining us, Dax gets 15 feet gifted to him. So again, 160 yards. Canadan hits. It's gonna take a minute before we get all these answers in. And Dax gets 15 yards. So don't swing, Dan.
Yards.
Feet.
Okay.
Feet.
Yards would be great.
Yeah, I'm sure they would be. There's a lot of votes for Dax. Oh, nope, here they come. You're getting steamrolled.
Excuse me. I don't care who's watching. Fix it. Edit your post. Come on.
Is no one gonna?
Oh, JB Cobb with the Dax pick.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
JB Cobb. We're done. buddy.
Dean picked Dax.
Of course he did.
Don't swing, Dan.
I don't plan to.
We're going to let this go for about another 60 seconds, and then we will.
There's a lot of adrenaline going. Maybe it is a pitching wedge.
You don't want to fly it.
Interesting.
On the internet, that's called a flyer.
Yeah, a flyer lie.
That's not a flyer.
So last night, these guys played 18. We did have auto putting set up, which Dan argues makes them worse. Dex definitely
Well,
makes them better.
On average, it balances out. Actually, might make me better. But
They played a short course, and Dan was victorious. Can JDax handle the pressure? They want to know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
We'll find out.
Okay, so we're going to give you guys 30 more seconds to enter. It's about 80-20 Canadan right now. But there's quite a few votes for Dex. 15. Listen, if you guys both hit the green, 15 feet's a lot.
Look, and that's some good line value for the
Yeah.
late tax action should come in here.
Yeah, but here's the last time the one thing I would say during warm-ups, I would say you were having a bit of an issue.
I did.
He missed the screen once, but it was low. You just thinned it. Not a big deal.
I just need to send a text real quick.
You need to send a text?
Yeah, there's some staff writer who's a savage. We need to work on that.
Can you have a flyer lie off fake turf? Well, Dax can.
I did.
I did. He says, maybe you're just that good, man.
I was supposed to remind you of 8 and 6 before you hit. These people are they're ruthless here.
God, that is bad.
How we doing?
You got about 10 more seconds. The hitting mat's fantastic, Obed. Okay, Dan, you're up.
Do we line it up?
160. It's a great view for the live crowd.
160.
Oh,
That's pulled. That is pulled. Touch the green. Oh, no.
Dax, all you got to do is hit the green.
Oh, no.
That's all I gotta do.
All you got to do is hit the
I mean,
green.
that's all I gotta do. You just tugged it a little bit.
I just wanted to make sure this is more than a one swing thing. I'm not saying you're going to miss.
Oh, Brian McManus, Dax, just said it should be 14 feet because 8 and 6 equals 14. Oh, that one hits hard.
That does. That's rough.
Well, all he's got to do, you guys can sass him all you want. All he's gotta
Curtis
do is
would like to know what 160 is in meters.
not as much.
160 carry. All I gotta do is hit the green.
The good news is, Dax, if you miss, you don't lose. You get you'll get another
Right,
swing
okay,
at it.
yeah, so, I mean, zero pressure.
I feel like this should have been a best of.
Zero pressure here, right?
That's good.
got
That
a
is
tail
good.
on it.
Go in. Go in. Go in.
Get off me! There's a window if you bet on me. Turn your ticket in.
Wow. Oh, you're a yard offline.
Wow.
Somebody, like the 4 people that selected me, is going to win this.
Oh, man. That hurts. That was money.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm going through everything.
Should we hit a couple more?
You guys can hit a couple more as I'm
That's
doing
good.
this. Dan probably wants to hit the green.
Yeah, I wanna redo on that one for sure. Because that was gross. It's because Dean didn't believe in me.
At least I made your job easier, baby. You don't want to.
I know that you
It's
did, actually.
There's like 4 people to put in the.
I could have
No,
at least
there's a few more.
JD Cobb the third.
He's in there.
What did illiterate do? He picked Dan?
I don't know. I didn't see his yet.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Whoever won is whoever won, but I want a best of 3 on you. That was rough. If we're gonna be here all night.
Not live, of course.
Let's see.
Okay. And the winner is Turtle Rancher. You just won. Send Golfer Gala PM with your full name and shipping address. We will get this out to you. I hope it's got a grand prize in there. Dax, more people picked you than you think.
That's cool.
If they saw
You
this,
couldn't have done that the first time.
Wow, that is-
now he just missed the green by 70
Wow.
yards.
That is left of Bernie Sanders. I mean, look at that.
We just had to go political.
Yep.
So,
There's a reason why Josh and I are mic'd up and Dax isn't.
So
look, all it took is one swing. I mean, I'm done.
yeah, you should be
This
done
felt
after
like,
you shouldn't have shown them the second
felt
one.
like big break here. One swing, then wait.
So congrats, Turtle Rancher. So before we go for the night, Dan, do you want to kind of walk people through testing golf balls and what you're going to do? I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but do you want to? We're not going to do just one iron. We're not going to do just driver or wedge.
Right.
We're going to kind of show the gamut.
Right.
And you saw it with a 7-iron. If you were to relate that back to a driver, how much difference do you think it would be?
Oh, that's a good question.
When you did your ball fitting in the past, what did you see?
Yeah, so the ball fitting in the past was with one brand, obviously Bridgestone, and they couldn't overlook the consistency that came off RX. It was more about consistency than spin. The numbers are a little bit tighter. Obviously, my swing's a little bit different this year, so things have changed. But I think when it comes down to creating a video about it, I think our goal is to just maybe go through lines, maybe go through what I'm focused on, maybe go through the extremes, because everyone has their perspective on what a ball does. I had an experience last week where someone thought that Pro V1X was lower spinning than a couple other Titleist options, and providing that education, I think, is a pretty important thing, because we're not spending a little money on these balls. We're spending a lot of money on these balls. So the idea is just, I think, a full education. It's not about what the product does. In this case, it's not about how the product's made. It's not about what the intentions are. It's about what we actually experience and how that would impact someone who puts too much spin on the ball or puts too little spin on the ball, whatever it may be. So, for someone who spins it too little, you're probably on the opposite end of the spectrum of me. So you're still going to gain the same benefit off of that kind of video that's put together.
So one of the things we talked about is the golf balls are so well made, and every company has such high quality products. There are some that are better than others. So I don't need to tell everybody else that, but that we want to show you guys so you have the education, so you can arm yourself with the knowledge to do what is best. One of the things that we got a question on was about the size of this room, and does it feel claustrophobic when you're hitting? And when we were doing it, you had no problem hitting driver.
Yeah. So
now, I thought the screen did for a second. The first swing, I was like, oh, good Lord.
Well, Dax was behind it, gripping clubs. I think it was worse for him. But so I sent a picture of my dad today, because obviously I like to share stuff with him. So I'm about 6'3", and this is me fully stretched out, right? So we're at over 10 feet of the ceiling.
Yes.
Josh is behind us with the camera. I don't even sense that. And we've seen...
And you're further than 10 feet from me.
So in our travels, Josh, we've seen some interesting setups. Let's just put it lightly. I felt like I was hitting in a box.
Aldala.
That's the one.
Yeah,
so
their hitting studio is very small.
I had a fear, I'll be honest. Josh has been updating us, the staff, on this setup as it gets slowly built. And some of the pictures, I was like, man, I don't know. I'm so worried I'm going to get down there and I'm not going to be able to put a swing on the ball. It really isn't the case, especially with irons. Driver was no concern yesterday. That's a me problem. But when you talk about even up to like utilities, anything like that, like there's just no condition where any of my swings, and I've probably put 200 swings on since I've been here.
Yeah, and I will say, you can swing a driver. I was kind of eyeballing the measure. Dan's still 2 full feet away from the ceiling.
So not that anyone, well, maybe someone does this, but not that anyone does it. But I stick my hands as high up as I can and as far over as I can, I still can't even get close to that ceiling.
So that's just to answer the question. We wanted to make sure it's actually slightly taller than 10 feet, but yeah, we wanted to make sure that this was a place where people can put the same swings on this that they can outside in testing. And Dex has used it a couple of times now. Last night was his first time with the simulator. Kind of freaked out, blown away. But there's a lot to show you guys in here. And over the next week, we're going to kind of show you through. Dan will walk you through each wall. I guess you did it through in the video.
Yeah, walls.
Because there's some cool stuff behind this as well.
We'll be getting into that later.
Yeah, the grip station's back there. You've used that a few times. Now, I will say a funny story. Since he's the big winner, I'm going to embarrass you right now. So when this was all under construction, Dax had asked if he could come over and grip some clubs because he didn't like the grips he had or they were worn out. And I said, sure. And he was standing at the grip station pulling off through the grip ripper that we have, and there were boxes behind him. And he took a tumble so badly.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, complete.
He waits for the live streams to get.
Yeah, complete feet over head.
Morgan and my wife was watching.
Yeah.
it was fantastic. His wife was crying. She was laughing so hard. But what do you guys want to hear? What do you guys want to see? What clubs are you most interested in? Is it the stuff that just came out today? We have stuff coming next week too, by the way. Actually, the rest of this week too. It's going to be a crazy couple of weeks. But what do you guys want to see?
That's what I want to know.
Did someone say Dan hit a super hobby?
How dare you? How dare you even bring that club up?
Dan's got a bit of an infatuation with the.
I'll tell you what, though. There's a club that I've been married to this year, for lack of a better term. It is my every club.
Oh, this one is disturbing.
This thing.
Oh, does it get the hottest one I hit last time?
Yeah.
Can't do those yet, Darren, but they're definitely coming, and we've put quite a few swings on them.
It's the King Speed Zone 4-iron, which is more like, 3-ish, 2-ish iron. When you get
it's a 4-iron, Dan.
Yeah, it's 4-iron-ish. And it has an extremely long shaft, and as Dax will tell you. And this thing is a laser beam for me. It is.
Damien, it's the JPX one.
Right?
You'll thank me later.
So we're going to do this? Well, that's not that bad.
So if you guys want to really throw up, Dan hits this Speed Zone 4-iron longer than most people hit a driver.
So it's like 230 to 240 carry?
Yeah, you hit a couple last night that were longer than that too, but they're all dead straight.
Yeah, this thing's nasty.
And Dex and I did not quite put the same swings on it. Somebody said rip one with it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and hit one.
At the
160 flag. That should be good.
Get nice and loose. Again.
Dan hitting one length, please. Agreed. He had a 7-iron in his hand a second ago, so that's probably the same thing.
I thought there were 6-iron lengths.
For those that can see the stream, that is dead freaking straight. It's still carrying. We hit 248.
Into the wood.
And it's following the blue line. It was 2.0, or is that 2.8?
I was 2 yards offline. That's embarrassing.
2 yards
sorry,
offline.
Guys, I'm sorry.
For those that heard scratching, that was Arrow at the door trying to get in until he heard the impact. He does not like that as much.
That's a big
But
one.
we're going to dot all these up so you'll have the club data as well as the ball data coming up.
Yeah,
this one gave you everything right there.
Yeah,
125 mile an hour club head speed is pretty fast for a 4-iron. You're not really dotted, so it's a algorithm on that.
I was going to say that's not real.
No,
but
that's why your efficiency was 1.18 for what
147 mile an hour ball speed off 4-iron. I mean, and this is another one of those exploratory videos. I'm lucky this year in that. Well, I had the F9 last year. Mostly because Ricky put in the bag and had good success. So I said, if he can do it, I can do it. I think a lot of guys who play, like I play a CB iron, a lot of guys will look at a club like this and say, this probably wouldn't work for me because it's a different profile. But they have a ton of cool stuff going on. PowerShell is one of my favorite technologies if you don't know about it. I think anyone who hasn't hit this should. And it sounds awesome.
That's
the one thing that I can't get over is how good this iron sounds. Cobra nailed that.
What a lot of people are asking, other than can you hit another one, is
they want to see me hit a bad one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'd all like to. I mean, you saw the par 3 contest, but one of the things that we've talked about with this is the ability for people to pick and choose their combinations.
Yeah.
Obviously we're not going to be reshafting for days. If I need to see that in an Nippon 950, a 1050, the Zelos and everything else.
Both of those shafts.
We do have them, but that's not going to go that far. How is the Tech Studio different from Range Days? Well, Range Days is a breakdown and a series on pieces of equipment. This is the future.
I think so. And it's not to
is,
say one can't be the other. This obviously opens a perfect opportunity to do that. The nice thing about Range Days is with the awesome partnership we have with Club Champion, they have the ability to take one club or take one shaft and put the full spectrum of heads into it. Now, obviously, that's a lot to ask for in a tech studio like this. Who knows what the future may hold? As of right now, it's more about what we have on hand. It's more about possible education without, once again, going straight down the technology spectrum. And we have different elements. Obviously, anyone who follows the THP homepage knows we have unbelievably in-depth reviews about products. It all eventually comes full circle. And I think this is just another incredible way of bringing content to you guys that you might not necessarily have access to.
People are asking, is that a an iron cover. There's no iron covers anywhere in here. Not that I know of. Where do you guys see an iron cover? No, there's no iron covers. Just answer that.
Is there
This is an iron cover free zone.
is there a ping iron thing?
To answer the question on why we chose the GC Quad, well, number one, it's what I own, so that was part of it. But we did a ton of research on indoor data, radar versus laser. That's not correct. Radar versus camera. Easy for me to say. And we've done them head to head. And if you watched Range Days this year, you will see we had both TrackMan and Foresight GC Quad next to each other. We prefer the data on the GC Quad.
What was baffling for me was we had the two going head to head. And one thing about TrackMan that's always concerning for me, I believe it's a really good product outdoors. It
Hold
takes
on.
a
They said,
further
what
set.
did Dan put the 4-iron in? It looks like it's covered by something.
Yeah,
This is bad.
it's just out of my bag, guys. Here.
Oh, he does have an iron cover on
It's not
it.
an iron cover. It's a
It's a
utility.
Oh my God,
glass.
you're going to have to leave.
There you go, guys. They're head covers.
I'm not sure that that's going to be allowed in here.
I mean, I can go home. I'm tired. So, the one thing I was going to say about TrackMan is I saw, and to my understanding, there's italicized numbers that come up on the screen when they might not be sure, and it's more of an equation-based thing. A lot of times that falls onto my spin numbers because I'm a bit unorthodox. I saw consistency on GC Quad that I've never experienced with TrackMan, and that was just personal perspective, which I believe a lot of us have experienced the same thing. So
They tuned you out after they saw the iron cover.
fine. I got no shame. Play me for it.
Dex just did.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He did last night. What do I take out of your bag? Is there any Minnesota Vikings stuff in there?
No.
I'll take the shoes. That's fine.
If you hit it far enough, it doesn't count as an iron cover. We got that one.
I like that. I mean, the point is it's a utility for me. It's not an iron. It's a
Oh,
utility.
but you're correct. Many of the pros are moving from radar to GC Quad, even outdoors. We've seen that at the recent tournaments. No,
Yeah.
they're not paying the players. I'm sure they'd like to be, but that would cost a lot of money. But yes, the GC Quad, it for what it's worth, they're both great systems. I don't want to bag on TrackMan. It's a fantastic device. For Flight Scope, not as much in my experience. We returned multiple, but Foresight and TrackMan are both fantastic devices. We preferred the data on Foresight, and we definitely preferred it indoors. That's why we made the decision when we did this. That's why our staff writers have Foresight devices, because we think that that's the best way to go. We're not going to keep you guys too much longer tonight. Is there anything else you guys want to know? We'll hang up and listen, quote unquote. If you guys have any questions, we're happy to answer them. We can also go into the forum thread and answer them later. We have a lot coming to you guys over the next 7 to 14 days of videos, including some breakdowns here tech-wise. We're going to let these guys eat some dinner and probably play 18. Last night's round with Dax and jeans and flip-flops didn't go as well.
Is there a handicap tonight? Or are we just like straight down again?
Are you guys
We
gambling?
can discuss it at dinner.
Oh, at dinner.
Somebody wrote, Dan, blah, 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 spin, blah, blah, blah. He uses iron covers.
Okay.
Oh, Tevener, you're funny. That was all in good fun. That'd be a cool THP shirt that Dan appears wearing while in front of the sim. It would be, actually. I don't know what shirt that is. Who makes that? Linksel?
Matt.
What?
Matt Gray.
Oh. I'm with Darren on club gapping. We can definitely do something on that.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
People have a lot of questions. I'd like to see focus on filling the bag between your longest iron and your fairway. How do you choose and why?
That's a great question.
Yeah, so we'll definitely put something together for you, Darren. John Dixon agrees. He'd like to see that as well. You're going to see a lot of information come out of this. We're going to have some fun with it. Most importantly, this is about you guys. It's about fun and answering your questions with real information, not agenda-filled information. Whatever you want, you can see, and that's the goal here.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to add?
That's great. It's not an iron cover.
Oh, he wants to add he won.
Who won the bag?
Turtle Rancher.
Turtle Rancher.
How'd the second shot go?
Turtle Rancher's having a heck of a year. He also won my irons.
Oh, really?
So, any other questions coming in?
Yeah, I mean, people want to see new Titleist ball versus the Pro Vs. That's obviously one that's very popular right now. I can tell you, I've done the test. I preferred the Pro V one. Don't shoot me. I know it's more expensive. Out of those two,
How about AVX versus Pro V1? By the numbers. What is that?
They're going to have very different numbers.
Yeah.
I know AVX in somewhat channels is looked at as a lesser ball when it's not at all.
No. It's getting way more popular, too.
Yeah. Hot chicken for dinner. No, Damien, actually barbecue. And the name of the barbecue place is called Meat Sweats. How perfect is that?
Such a good place.
That's good because I had all day doing the club work sweats, so that's fun.
Somebody asked, Darren asked, does the GC Quad do putting as well? Yes, complete putting. Not only does it do putting, we had some fun. We had Morgan up here earlier today playing putt-ski. It's got a carnival games and stuff like that. So, yes, it does complete putting. You can putt in here. You can set it to auto putt. Tonight, we'll probably have some real putting with some gimmies because the guys haven't used it a lot. But, yeah, completely measures putting. Joel Bachman says, hi, Dan.
Hey, Joel. My guy, Wichita Reject. Team Hackers, 2019.
John Dixon says, Dan's putter collection, loves and hates.
My collection?
Yeah. Ooh. Don't you own like 4 putters total?
I own a lot.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay. You want to take it back and show them the arms? Or?
I mean
I don't even have to go that
we're good.
far. This drawer over here, which you might not be able to see, is like
they can't see it. I mean, you're welcome to pull anything out of there. They're all the.
I call it the JB putter graveyard, where putters go to maybe get reshafted sometime in the future.
No, but it will be soon.
Let the record show there's more putters in this drawer than is in my entire house that I actually use. So,
no long neck Scotty. There's not a Scotty in that drawer at all.
I mean, a couple Scotties at home, a couple Olsons that I love, a couple Toulons that I love with a lot of awesome history there. But
KY Golfer, the Black Mamba wants to know about your shoes. They're horrible, is what they are.
The Minnesota Vikings special.
I mean, they're OSU shoes.
So they start out promising and fail miserably.
I mean, we
I
won
thought-
the national championship last year.
I thought you
And your guy just got arrested and kicked off a team.
I thought that was just someone's initials you bought like second.
Any mystery bags in there? Joel must have missed the first half hour of this.
Hey, welcome to the show. Glad to have you. We're gonna do a competition.
Joel, we gave one away about 15 minutes ago.
Joel,
Thanks, guys, for coming on. We're going to do a lot more. We've talked about doing one tomorrow, but I doubt it. We're going to do film content instead, so you guys can have a whole bunch coming up. So stay tuned to us, and thank you guys for all coming on.
See you guys. Thanks.